You've seen after all of these episodes, after Steve Scalia's Giffords, it never has changed in terms of bringing down the temperature after these episodes.
Well, listen, every elected official, every leader in this country is responsible for their own behavior, and we're just going to encourage everyone to be mindful, be thoughtful about how you articulate your policy disputes. I said on the Sunday shows that we cannot allow policy disagreements to be elevated to this idea that, you know, some side is going to end democracy as we know it, as so many people like to say, or that people are Nazis, or you know, they use epithets that are dangerous. There are deranged people in our society. Social media is not helpful for this. And when they receive verbal cues from people with large platforms and who have a lot of authority, sometimes they're prone to act, and so we just need to be thoughtful about that and think about it.
Mr. Speaker, the president has been condemning what he says the radical left. There have been plenty of episodes perpetrated by folks on the right against Democrats, including this year in Minnesota and the like. Should he not condemn violence across the political spectrum?
I think the president has been very clear in condemning violence
Not
and
across the
crime,
political
and he's
spectrum.
not only spoken about it, he's acted. I mean, look at what he's done in the District of Columbia by allowing federal action to take care of that problem. I think that it is decried universally across the board. Everyone who is prone to this violent rhetoric, okay, we jealously guard free speech and we protect it. I used to do that in the courts for 2 decades, but there's also a limit to that. If you are inciting violence, inciting others to political violence, that is a serious problem, and it's something we must address. There are not easy answers to this, but it's something we've got to address and face the reality.
Can you talk about this $58 million request that you got from the White House over the weekend? Is that just for executive and judicial? Are you going to deal with legislative too? Can you just explain how that's all going to work?
This is one of the reasons. I know one of the questions will be, where's the text on the continuing resolution? We don't have that yet because we're trying to resolve this. It is kind of a late-breaking development, and that $58 million is for the executive and judicial branches. We have to protect our judges and those who serve in those 2 branches, but also, of course, in Congress. And so we're looking at an amount that would be appropriate for a continuing resolution in a short term to protect members in the ledge branch as well. And we don't have consensus around that yet because all of this is pretty rapidly developed over the last few days, and everyone was home in their districts for the weekend. So I'm looking forward to having these conversations with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle over the next 24, 48 hours or so, and we'll determine what everyone believes is appropriate. It's costly to do this, but I'm going to hasten to say to all the media, I want everyone within the sound of my voice to understand members of Congress are safe. They will be kept safe. They have security measures now at their residences, and personally, we can always enhance and do more and do better. And I think everyone's looking at that soberly right now after this unspeakable tragedy that befell our friend.
Can you do a CR by Thursday? CR by Thursday? Let's go. CR by Thursday, Mr. Speaker.
What about a selection?
Thanks, guys.
Guys, too close.